Hello friends, Shelley here, the Youth and Family Program Coordinator. I'm here today to share with you the Bible reading from our Taking Faith Home Toolkit, the new tool we're using at church to learn, grow, and practice our faith every day. If you have a Bible nearby, go ahead and grab it and you can follow along with me during our reading, or you can even read out loud with me if you'd like. As a reminder, our theme for this week from Taking Faith Home is Followers of Jesus Take Up the Cross. Let's think about that as we read this next verse. So for Thursday, our reading comes from Isaiah again, a new chapter though, chapter 53, verses 1 through 12. Who has believed our message, and to whom has the arm of the Lord been revealed? He grew up before him like a tender shoot, and like a root out of dry ground. He had no beauty or majesty to attract us to him, nothing in his appearance that we should desire him. He was despised and rejected by men, a man of sorrows and familiar with suffering. Like one from whom men hide their faces, he was despised, and we esteemed him not. Surely he took up our infirmities and carried our sorrows. Yet we considered him stricken by God, smitten by him and afflicted. But he was pierced for our transgressions. He was crushed for our iniquities. The punishment that brought us peace was upon him, and by his wounds we are healed. We all, like sheep, have gone astray. Each of us has turned to his own way, and the Lord has laid on him the iniquity of us all. He was oppressed and afflicted, yet he did not open his mouth. He was led by a lamb to the slaughter, and as a sheep before her shearers is silent, so he did not open his mouth. By oppression and judgment he was taken away, and who can speak of his descendants? For he was cut off from the land of the living. For the transgression of my people he was stricken. He was assigned a grave with the wicked and with the rich in his death, though he had done no violence, nor was any deceit in his mouth. Yet it was the Lord's will to crush him and cause him to suffer. And though the Lord makes his life a guilt offering, he will see his offspring and prolong his days, and the will of the Lord will prosper in his hand. After the suffering of his soul, he will see the light of life and be satisfied. By his knowledge, my righteous servant will justify many, and he will bear their iniquities. Therefore I give him a portion among the great, and he will divide the spoils with the strong, because he poured out his life unto death and was numbered with the transgressors. For he bore the sin of many and made intercessions for the transgressors. So again, how do we think that ties to our theme of followers of Jesus taking up the cross? The story kind of reminds me of Jesus on the cross. Talked about being pierced for transgressions. It also talked about being suffering for our sins. That sounds a lot like the cross that Jesus was on. Maybe you can spend a little time today talking to someone close to you that you know about what you think the verse means and how it maybe applies to your understanding of taking up the cross of Jesus. Of course, there's also the option you can always jot down in a journal or a notebook some of your thoughts, or even say a prayer to God that maybe God will help you understand a little bit more how that verse should apply to you today and what you should be thinking about. I hope to see you all again really soon. Have a great rest of your day.